Alright guys, we are back with hopefully a helpful tutorial. I've been asked about the 3D models that I use, and I wanted to kind of just do a quick run through on how I do it, how I find them, and what I use. Some of these are from Sketchup, the free version. I use an OBJ Exporter, and I export it from Sketchup. Some of them do have the tones, and you are able to still use the perspective tools that Clip Studio Paint has, which is awesome. There are still a few hiccups that I have with it that I don't really know how to fix, like this weird funkiness with the colors and whatnot, but at least it exports, so we're at a good start. So this is the exporter that I use for SketchUp, and also I found a lot of amazing assets. Well, this is right here from this website. I found a lot of amazing assets that I used just searching through Google, but this person, they created an exporter just for the SketchUp. So you just go right here to download the exporter that I use. And there's also exporters in Extension Warehouse. This one is only for Windows, and I'm on a Mac, so that one wasn't really helpful for me. But this one works perfect for me. I do have a couple of issues with it closing out SketchUp with certain files, but it's fine. I don't even know if it's SketchUp or if it's the exporter, so I can't really say it's really an issue. And also, Clip Studio Paint has announced that they will be launching the Clip Studio assets for the English audience, English speakers, however you say it. It's right there. And they have amazing assets here on their website. You can, even though it's in Japanese, you can just click on the little tags and it shows you, what's free, the 3D models, the brushes, the word balloons, the images. It's amazing. Before they made their asset website, before they updated this, I was able to download a lot of the material without needing that, but thankfully they are going to be launching it for North American Clip Studio users, and it's just going to be amazing because they have so many amazing 3D assets and models and templates. It's just beautiful. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the things that they have, because I like to utilize a lot of the 3D models when I'm making my comics, because I want to be able to tell my story as quickly as I can, but also as pretty as I can. And I'm still learning how to draw to where it looks appeasing to my eyes. So 3D models definitely helps me to stick with my deadline, and also helps me to see, oh, okay, this is what it looks like if I moved it this way, or this is how this room looks. I still do suggest you learning the fundamentals, because you don't want to become weak in that aspect, but also I feel it's okay to use 3D models to kind of help you along the way, and it's just wonderful. I love this website. So for the exporter, I just go right to SketchUp. I added the exporter right into my SketchUp folder, and here it is on the drop down menu in SketchUp. So we're going to go ahead and just pull a 3D model, this little lamp, just nice, quick, and easy. We're going to load that right into our SketchUp, and then what I learned is you have to save it as a SKP file first before trying to export it. The exporter will let you know right there that needs to be saved first. So just go ahead and save it. I just saved it as lamp. Very simple. Well, I didn't want that lady in there because I don't want it exported. I don't know. I still don't know the nicks and knacks of this, so I just hide her just in case. I don't want her exported as well. So I just move that a little bit closer, and then I go ahead and save it as lamp. And then once that's saved, I go to the exporter right there, and I create a new folder because I want the textures and all that to go inside that folder if that object has textures and whatnot. So it exports the textures, and wait. Go to Clip Studio Paint, and this is how I import into Clip Studio Paint. Now, some files you can just take the folder and drag it right on in there, but this doesn't work that way. So what you have to do is you have to compress it down to its own individual folders. You see all that fancy stuff in there? You gotta compress it down, just smush it right down in its own little zip folder, and then drag that zip folder in there, and ta-da! Look at that lovely lamp. And what I really love about this exporter, since it exports into the OBJ files, I can still utilize the light source. What is that? The little light source option, and I can also utilize the perspective option if I really want it to be like crazy like that. Ooh, I can utilize that, and it's just amazing. And I can also turn on the grid lines so that I can draw a background within the perspective of that item. So I love Clip Studio Paint, and I'm just so glad that this exporter works with that. Also, another cool thing that I found out, right now I'm just playing around with the perspective. I just want to show you how cool it is that you can still still play around with and trying to draw things within that perspective. It helps as just a lock-on guideline and whatnot. So this is just my little wonky little background just to show you. It's supposed to be a desk within a room, but tangent lines and all that beautifulness. It looks beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Also, I learned that you can import some of the 3D models, like the standing human 3D models. You can kind of import that kind of merge that within the exporter tool that you have. So right here, you got to kind of angle it to where it's right next to the box. Like if you put it right there, it's going to make another file, and it's not going to be in perspective with the OBJ file. So I click on that, and I drag that a little bit outside that little blue box, and there you go. It's right there in perspective. The background's kind of throwing this off, but the person is basically sitting beside the lamp. So I usually toggle that off so that I can fix the human model. That red light, I don't know what that is. These are some of the hiccups that I do have with the exported items that I pull from Google Sketchup. I don't know if it's on my end. I really do not know. So I just kind of work around it. I don't really have this problem at all with any of the files, the OBJ files that I exported from Clip Studio Paint's website assets. So I definitely do suggest going to using their exported items. But if you need like something more or something different, then you can of course utilize SketchUp export option. So I'm just changing the person to a standing position so that you can see it a little bit better, and I have the perspective really dramatic, so you see their body is still in perspective just like the lamp is in a very dramatic perspective. So I'm just going to click the lamp back on, and I'm going to kind of move it back by the human so that you can see what it looks like. I need to take off this background because it's throwing me off. A little ugly background, just click that off. There we go. So as you can see, you can just drag it right next to the lamp, and it just works perfect. So if you need to combine certain scenes, and you can put it back into perspective so it's not so wonky. But if you need to combine certain scenes, or if you're having trouble kind of visualizing the scene, you know what you want it to look like, but you're having trouble kind of like drawing it out and visualizing it, I think this is just a great tool to have to further assist you. I think one of my kids are playing Minecraft, and I think they're fighting. But anyways, and you can also use the conversion layer, and it also exports the lines for you as well, which is this is just wonderful. I love Clip Studio Paint. I love that there's an exporter for SketchUp for me to find, little trinkets that I might not be able to find on Clip Studio Paint's asset website. So I hope this video tutorial helped you guys. Please let me know in the comment section below if you have any other questions. And right now I need to go help my kids and stop an argument because Yeah, hopefully you probably heard that. But yeah, thank you for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Gotta go. Bye.